Good morning and welcome to Tab York Live on what is meant to be a glorious day today. And I'm delighted to welcome our special guest, a man who needs very little introduction. He's our very own Managing Director from Tab UK, Ed Reid. Good morning, Ed.
Morning, Elliot. Nice to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Ed, maybe just to start with, for the benefit of our viewers, if you could just provide a very short overview of who Tab UK are.
Sure. We work all across the country. We've got people like Elliot in York, another 40 or so, not another 40 Elliots, another 40 similarly impressive individuals around the country. And all of them work with SME business owners, helping them run better businesses and hopefully have better lives on the back of it. And we do that by bringing business owners together in groups so that they can learn from each other and share their wisdom and expertise with each other.
Super, thanks, Ed. I would hope there are another 40 impressive Elliots around the UK. That would be super.
There's a thought.
There's a thought. We're here today to talk about what has become a new chapter in business. But the question really is it very much a new chapter? And we're looking at how we can bring our team along us in this new chapter. So that's the first question I would like to pose to you today, Ed, is actually, are we confident this really is a new chapter?
Yeah, and confidence is an interesting word, because confidence, I think, is, yes, it can be a fragile thing, can't it, in the UK economy, and particularly for SME business owners when they're making decisions or faced with making decisions. So my take on it right now is that things have changed pretty substantially, in a very positive way in the last few months. So if you look at the latest UK GDP predictions from kind of across the board, they're basically saying the economy this year will grow by 6%. It'll grow by the same amount next year. And actually, that means that even by spring next year, so this time next year, the economy is going to be back to pre-COVID size, which is extraordinary, actually, given what a massive hit it obviously took last year. So if you look at that, look at other indicators like household savings, the percentage of income, those kind of numbers are at almost all-time highs because people haven't been able to spend their money. That's on the kind of consumer side. On the business side, there are things like the super deduction, which the Chancellor put in place, which is all about encouraging businesses to invest seriously and soon as well, because there's a timing element to that. Joe Biden's enormous $1.9 trillion stimulus, which is just an extraordinary number, that will feed through into, certainly to the UK, given we're a big global trading partner with them. So there's a lot of things that are in our favour, and my view very definitely is that we can be confident that we need to start making positive decisions as business owners now, and starting to reinvest, and because now is a great time to do it. Demand is going to be there, whether you're B2B or B2C. So don't get left behind by not making brave decisions now.
That's a super message, and a lot of encouragement there for business owners right now in how things have very much bounced back for so many sectors that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
So as for the business owners out there, the follow-up question really is about how you'd recommend bringing your team with you for what is or might not be a new chapter, but whatever you're facing right now, how do you get everybody to support you on that journey?
Yeah, and so surprise, surprise, the key is great communication, like it always is, actually. So if you as the business owner are feeling confident, and I am in my position now, then it's all about communicating, conveying that confidence to your team and letting them know about the headlines of what your plan is, and even better than that actually is involve them in it, so that rather than just deliver a plan to them and say, right, let's just get on with this, like, what do you think we should be doing, to each of your different team members? So it's always important to keep those kind of channels of communication open. But right now, when you're facing a change and you're seeing something new coming over the next few months, and particularly given, a lot of us will still have teams who are either partly in the office or partly at home, then, comms has never been more important. And as we start to, come back into the office, which, I know lots of businesses are doing now, some of your team will absolutely be welcoming that. Some will actually be less confident about it. So therefore, sharing your thoughts on where you're going and the critical importance of your team in terms of helping you get there, then just massive engagement, kind of really go over the top on the kind of employee engagement would be my message, and certainly what I'm trying to do with my team. So everyone's on the same page, and hopefully that means you're kind of accelerating at the pace that you want to accelerate into the sort of brave new world.
That's a super message. Thank you, Ed. I think it's such an important topic right now for what business owners have been through in the last year, and the strength of their communication, the clarity of the engagement, whether they are still working a hybrid of people at home or coming into the office. It seems to be a very key topic for all the businesses that we're working with in TAB York and TAB around the UK, many hundreds of business owners who are very, very much facing this challenge right now of how to bring their team with them, how to engage, and how to communicate that clear message. So really interesting topic today. Ed, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
Yeah, pleasure. It's been fun.
Thank you. So, well, that's all we have time for. As always, these are sort of short, concise interviews on a very key topic, and I'm sure you'll agree this has been a really important one today. So a big thank you to our special guest, certainly a gentleman who's no stranger to the York business scene himself. So great to see you again on TAB York Live. Thank you, Ed. And please look out for our next TAB York Live on my LinkedIn stream next week. I'll be joined by Jackie Senior. Jackie is a director from Garbutt and Elliot, who will be talking very much about the world of real-time accounting, digital and cloud accounting, a topic also that's become very sort of relevant for us today. So from Ed and myself, thank you very much, and have a great week.
Thanks, Elliot.
Thank you.